Hey guys, how we doing? It is Monday, January the 27th, 2020. Back for another CD finds video. Um, I went out to the store yesterday, went through the little $5 bin over at Wally World, picked up a few there. And also, the seller that I had mentioned in the previous video that I bought all the Bob Seger stuff from, I had purchased two more CDs in that order, so I had purchased a total of 8 CDs from them. The grand total for that was less than $40, and but I wanted that last video to be Bob Seger specific, to the Bob Seger stuff in my collection. So that's why we didn't talk about these other two CDs I got. So anyhow, we'll get to them right now. First one's going to be from 1987, Aerosmith's Permanent Vacation. This is Ragdoll, Angel, Dude Looks Like a Lady, some other stuff on there too. This was not bad. I mean, other than prior to this, I had actually listened to Toys in the Attic and Aerosmith's Greatest. It's the red CD, red and white, the red and white cover. It's got the shortened version of Sweet Emotion on it. So we'll be picking that up eventually. I do have a vinyl copy of that in my collection. Anyhow, Permanent Vacation I had actually heard when my mom and dad broke up and he got with his second wife. His second wife, Dad's second wife, was younger than him a little bit. So she was still into popular music at that time, and that was summer of 1988. So Permanent Vacation was very popular at the time, and she had that. And back in those days, you had dual cassette players in the stereo, so you just blew off a copy of it for me. And I was like, wow, I really like this album. It's great. So then we went out and I got an actual copy of it in the store. And all these years later, it's nice to have that copy, a CD copy of it in my collection. Aerosmith, I like that album. And then I also like this next album here, which is Pump. This is from '89. Now this has What It Takes, Love in an Elevator, Janie's Got a Gun, those tracks. This is probably the last album, if you're getting into Aerosmith, that I would say that you probably need to have in your collection. Things kind of went south a little bit after that album. I've heard the old saying, because the album that came after that was Get a Grip. It's '93, I believe it was. Get a Grip has 3 songs where you can take and swap the lyrics from song to song, and you have pretty much the exact same song, with that being Crying, Crazy, and Amazing. A little too cookie cutter and like not much effort, if you will, put into that album. And that's kind of when, in my opinion, as an Aerosmith fan, that things kind of went south at that point. But these two albums right here, the last two really good Aerosmith albums that you should probably have in your collection if you're a fan or thinking about getting into them. Check out the '70s stuff too, because it's great. Okay, now to the CDs that I found in the store yesterday. This one here, Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits. This one here, this has stuff going back to like '67, with different drum, the Stone Ponies song that she sang. When Will I Be Loved, Tracks of My Tears, You're No Good. A lot of good ones on here. I highly recommend this. My parents had this in their collection when I was a kid on vinyl. Love it. Okay. No collection would be complete without this one. Best of the Doobies. Anybody getting into the Doobie Brothers, I highly recommend this. There's stuff on here from Tommy Johnston, as well as the Michael McDonald era. And this is a hell of a good listen. Get this CD if you have a chance. I mean, I paid $5 for that yesterday at Walmart. Wally World, whatever the hell you want to call them. So I went and looked at the Beach Boys, and then there's one of those, 20th century masters, and sometimes they call them icon CDs. So they had one of them for the Beach Boys, and then they also had this Sounds of Summer one right here. Well worth the price I gave for it, by the way. Um, you know, all your Beach Boys, all your big hits are on here. This thing is well worth the money. I highly recommend this one here. And this can be had for a very affordable price. This needs no introduction. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I gave $5 for this. If you are a Metallica fan, this is one that you absolutely must have in your collection. Battery, Master of Puppets. This whole damn album is great. You got a lot of the long tracks that Metallica was notorious for back in the 80s. Long tracks with solos in the middle. Stuff that they were just, notorious for. And this one here of their 80s albums is one of the strongest. I highly recommend this album if you were looking to get into Metallica. Or if you are a Metallica fan, you do not have that album in your collection. Master of Puppets, go get that. It can be had for a very affordable price. If you have the chance, get an original one, and with the plastic CD jewel case too, because those discs tend to sound a little bit better. And me personally, I don't like that cardboard shit. I've talked about that before. I really wish the people pressing these CDs would stop putting them in that cardboard junk, because it's not durable and you're going to get your CDs scratched up. But that's just me. I digress. So anyhow, that's going to do it for this video here. If you like videos like this, hit the like and subscribe. Hit the bell up in the corner for the notifications if you want to receive notifications about my videos. As always, I thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. There's going to be more exciting videos to come. Have a great week.